Hello, Eric. Hello, breadheads. Welcome to another episode of Think Fresh Podcast, a podcast
Wow.
dedicated entirely to Subway sandwiches.
Entirely, but not so much anymore these days, Ty. I would say that we are more well versed in that.
Yeah, you're right. It's not just Subway sandwiches, it's all matters of cultural interest. I like to think of us as purveyors of the zeitgeist.
hmm Definitely the first part of that word, pervs,
hmm
but I
Yeah,
don't know about the
pervs for
zeitgeist.
short.
Yeah. Um, Damn, it's been a while, Ty. We took a couple episodes off just to, um, shake our legs out, get the blood going again. We've been sitting in the booth for too long.
I like to consider it like the podcasting equivalent of fasting. We need to cleanse our system of all the degenerative content that runs through my stream of conscious twice a week and really step back, reassess my life, and make sure that this is really what I want to do. And I
hmm
feel better than ever, Eric. I'm ready to pod with you.
Absolutely. We've both come to the conclusion that this is, in fact, what we want to do. That's right. Make no mistake about it, Ty. We are here for the long haul.
hmm
Um, so much so that we were able to keep the pod going as this anonymous thing, even today during a normal work meeting.
That's true. Yeah. Eric and I are getting into all these novel circumstances that one only can discover if they have a anonymous podcast.
That's so
uh,
true.
we found ourselves this morning dancing through a gauntlet of conversation about Subway with some colleagues, attempting
hmm
not to give away too much information about our beloved brand as to raise any red flags that we may be two co-hosts of a successful
hmm
Subway themed podcast. That would be
hmm
social suicide.
Absolutely. It's like, hey, wait a second, you know too much. Like you know enough about Subway to have two conversations about it a week. What's going
Mm-hmm.
on over there?
So we need to
But the
sweep that shit
reality
under
is,
the rug.
yeah, reality is, if you go to Subway twice a week, you're having the conversation about Subway twice a week as well because you can't not talk about it when you're there.
That's true.
It's too present. It's the elephant in the room.
Like realistically, I think that most people consciously or unconsciously have a conversation with themselves about Subway multiple times a week. Like if you are just out there in the world, you're smelling the bread on the sidewalk, you're eating a sandwich, you're thinking about your dining options on Uber Eats for lunch.
hmm Yeah, exactly, Ty. Um, so turns out that one of our coworkers um, does in fact enjoy the way, and somehow Ty is seen as the one on our team that likes Subway, even though I'm there with him every time. But it is our Ty's brand and not mine, which is honestly, thank God. But you know, immediately it was brought up that hey, Ty likes Subway. You guys should talk about Subway. And
I don't
then
like that I get profiled, Eric.
you do get profiled as soon as you walk into a place. You're like, this guy looks like he eats at Subway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, turns out our coworker, probably goes more than we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we are the ones with the secret podcast, which is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's the real fans, and then there's us. I think
That's
my
true.
tell, Eric, it must be my pores. Like I think Subway consumption, contrary to popular belief, makes your skin better.
Okay. What in the
Because
Subway sandwich makes your skin better?
well, I think what happens is the Subway sandwich, like typically oily, kind of fatty things, would like
Mm,
give you a lot of grease in your pores. But in this case, your sandwich is so mushy. You have so much excess fluid in your um like the vegetables or like three sauces that your pores just they're not really like exfoliating. They're kind of like closing up a little bit. I think it just
hmm
keeps every you eat fresh, look fresh, you know?
I can see that. So you're saying that the Subway sandwich actually has some skin hydrating properties.
It's not unlike
hmm
going to uh, the Scandinave spa at Whistler and getting a few cucumber slices on your eyeball. Instead, you're putting those same cucumber slices on the inside of your stomach lining.
Exactly, Ty. Wow. So much like the rice powder cleanser from Pharrell's new skincare line, that thing is really smoothing out those dead skin cells that you might have as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pharrell ate 36 inches of sandwich a week. Like that guy's got tight skin, tight ass
Mm-hmm.
skin on Pharrell.
Tight ass skin as well. That's right.
The only way you can get that skin is a really, really committed diet of Italian herb and cheese. Live like
Mm-hmm.
the Italians, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me get a urban cheese.
Like Nona is gonna hit triple digits next year. She's not living that long off just wine and sun.
That's true. I mean, we have
Ah,
yet to, much like the vaccine, we have yet to do any long-term trials of what a Subway sandwich will do to you. Um,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone's consistently had a sandwich every day for their entire life because there's a good chance that, you could live to be 200 years old just
Mm-hmm.
off the inches themselves. We don't know. We just simply do
We
not
don't
know.
know. The
And it's
science
innocent
isn't
until
there
proven
yet.
guilty, am I right?
You get all these weirdos on Facebook hypothesizing what the future could be, but it's not rooted in fact.
Exactly.
You got to check your facts.
Yeah, exactly. It's not Subway's fault that there's a big overlap of people who eat Subway every day and meth users. So just because people die doesn't mean you can simply like rule out that it was all these other things. It has to
Mm-hmm.
be some combination of other things. Like there's no way Subway was the thing that killed old Steve.
Yeah, it's merely coincidence that eating bread that's designated as cake in the UK would kill you a few years early.
Exactly. There's white women in California using the same material to do yoga on. Are you telling me it's not healthy?
That sounds sporty and rich to me.
Exactly.
Damn. Okay, Eric, it's been a while since we
Save our
podcasted.
white women, am I right? The white women get a bad rap, okay? Let's just clear that up right now.
hmm
Shout out
Yeah,
all
this
my
whole
Karens.
Karen culture is like,
Free Britney too while we're at it.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, we need to stop canceling white women. And actually, you know what I'm surprised that Subway hasn't gotten canceled yet. It doesn't make any
Why?
sense. How are they not canceled?
For what? For feeding a generation? What do you mean, Ty?
For inspiring minds and palates alike.
Exactly. For encouraging creativity in the kitchen.
Well,
You
I
telling me
know.
Subway wasn't the first cooking show?
Whoa, it's live. It's a live
It's
show,
live.
live studio audience.
Exactly. Everyone at the seating area is like, "Woo! Let's go!" Applause.
Yeah, you get that user engagement, not unlike an improv show.
Exactly. It's like when you like every time you add a vegetable to your sandwich, the sandwich artist is saying yes and.
hmm
That's
What a
improv
positive
right there.
environment.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, it's truly
Uh,
creativity without bounds. They'll even open up a chip bag for you.
hmm hmm They're there to service. It's like the
Exactly.
Shangri-La of sandwiches.
hmm So what could Subway possibly get canceled for? I mean, like they could have a bad spokesperson here or there, but really, can you really judge Subway based on one man's actions?
I mean, okay, so we just look at the long-term trend. You have the falling out with Vogel. You have the conspiracy after conspiracy about the different ingredients. Is the chicken real? Is the tuna real? Is the bread real? And at some point, you think the world would just wake up and say, "We're done with this shit. Let's just shut this down." But it doesn't happen. Subway is unkillable. It's like a
It's a
worm. You cut
cockroach.
it. Yeah, it's a cockroach. You
That's a
are
good
what you
point.
eat.
You are what you eat. You're a fish. Or you're not a fish. I don't know.
I don't know. Uh, but
Wow.
I do
So,
know that they've carefully danced their way out of every controversy that comes their way. You can stick a knife in a sandwich, and Subway's still there.
mhm. You know what,
Franchise
Ty?
workers could go on strike. Doesn't matter.
Mhm. You know what, Ty? I think Subway's literally come back from the dead. It's been to hell and back. You know what I mean? Like it
Mm,
had a spokesperson that was fucking kids. They had literally they were giving us food that literally is deemed to be not food at one point. So once you like can bounce back from that and you are like somehow forgiven, it's like nothing ever will bad happen to you again.
that's true. And like we are pretty far past the Jared Fogle incident. Like at this point, the kids that he fucked are now like adults now and they've grown up and lived on. Now they have kids. It's like there's people out there that are probably like, yeah, Jared Fogle fucked my dad.
Wow, that
Like
is
this is
very
a
true.
now a generational problem, but
Hmm.
also something that it only lives in the memory of few. It's in the
Hmm.
history books.
That's true. But it's entirely possible that there are some Fogel babies out there that
Hmm.
you know, just living and breathing today, and maybe they're eating at Subway. Who knows? Maybe they've forgiven him.
Maybe they don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
It's kind of like it's like like Mike Tyson. Like, wasn't he like a convicted rapist or something?
He got me too'd.
Yeah, but this was before Me Too. This is just me.
Hmm.
Um, and no one cares or whatever. No one cares about that anymore. He's literally
Hmm.
done the worst possible thing and he's come back from it. So
He got
that's
off with a
Subway.
warning.
He went, didn't he go to jail?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not up to speed on any Mike Tyson news.
True. This
I
is not a
have that keyword
factual,
filtered out in my Apple News.
true. This is not a factual podcast, but if hypothetically, if that were the case, then I don't see why Subway can't come back and live on. You know,
True.
companies aren't just one person.
Well, we're witnessing it happen live, Eric. We see it every day. The live
Hmm.
show doesn't stop for the way.
Hmm. If Subway were to get canceled, what could it possibly be? Like, I literally can't even think of a single thing that would end Subway.
Man, I think corporately they have to like come out against gay people or something.
Wow. But didn't
I think,
Chick-fil-A do that? And the chicken was
yeah,
just too good.
true. Like that, not even that will kill fast food.
Yeah, gay people said, "I'll forgive you."
Yeah, it's like, damn, they. It's really hard to say because, like, if you really think about it, and you think if you believe that Subway is unhealthy, that in a sense Subway is microdosing poison to the entire like North American society. Like they're committing genocide at like a mass scale, but like it's behind the curtain. You know, you don't know what's happening. So
I think that's entirely possible because I think it's also entirely possible that humans actually live forever, but we are actually microdosing ourselves on poison, which is what's killing us.
it's totally possible. It doesn't really explain like ancestral death, but that could be entirely because the poison was air all along.
Wow, that's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
And I live and breathe Subway, so it's all adding up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ty, we had a busy week.
It has been a busy week. It's been pretty crazy around here, and that's why we haven't really been on the pod. I feel bad for the breadheads. They haven't gotten their daily dose of Ty and Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So
Um, what?
I wanted to make it up to them. So I had an idea. I thought maybe you and I could play a game. Just it would be
Okay.
the type of game that gives a little bit more density to this podcast. Get through some of the stuff that maybe we would have missed over the last week.
Mm-hmm. A double true, if you will.
Yes, exactly. This isn't no Squid Game. Uh,
This
wait,
is the seafood medley game.
I was gonna say every time I eat a seafood medley, it's probably a bit of a Squid Game. You know, will you live or will you
Absolutely.
die?
Absolutely. What is this game you want to play with me, Ty?
Well, are you familiar with Vogue's 73 questions?
Oh, I am. I've
I
always
thought
wanted to be on that show, and I had no idea it was going to be on this show. Holy
well,
shit.
think of this as your trial run before you get the call from Anna Wintour.
Hmm. Can you do the same voice of the guy from Vogue with the stick up his ass? Can you sound exactly like him for me so I
I,
get the real
I
deal?
I really don't think I could pull it off. But what I can do is I can deliver it to you with over-pronunciated words a la Ty from Think Fresh podcast.
I love that. That sounds more authentic to me.
Okay, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to ask you 73 rapid fire questions about
Okay.
Subway. What I want
Okay.
you to do is I want you to answer as quickly as possible with your gut. Use that
Okay.
same gut that digests that BMT you get.
Okay. And are these going to be questions that are unique to me, or like the answer will be unique to me, or is this like a like Subway like trivia game?
This is more like a Subway trivia game, but I'm looking for personal answers.
So wrong answers only. Got it.
Wrong answers only. I
Okay.
wrote all 73 questions, so if you don't like a question, just say pass.
Okay.
We
I'll
won't hold you
say
to it.
Yeah, I'll say my publicist won't allow me to answer that for my safety.
It's true. You have a legal obligation to pass the question.
hmm I have the same lawyer as Tory Lanez.
That's working out good then.
Yes. Okay, Ty, let's hit it.
Don't want to be a. Are you Team Tory? You're not Megan the liar.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Wow. We won't go there.
That's
We
true.
won't go there.
That's true. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's hit it.
All right. 70
Megan
questions.
snitched though. Megan snitched.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
That's why you got to keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right?
That's true. And your girlfriend even closer.
Mm-hmm. All right. 73 questions with Eric starting now. Doop, doop, doop. Favorite meat?
Salami.
White or yellow cheese?
Yellow.
Chips or cookies?
Cookie.
Milk or soda?
Soda.
Most embarrassing clothing to drip your sauce onto?
My acting studio's socks.
Can you launder those? Dude, you have to hand
Uh,
wash.
is this the question? Pass.
I just curious now. We're going off the script. I want to double click in there.
Hand wash only.
I see. Yeah, no one wants to wash sauce with their hands. I totally get that. Okay, back to the game.
Okay.
Team Edward or Team Jacob?
What? What'd you say?
Okay, lettuce or spinach?
Lettuce, obviously.
Meatball or Beyond Meatball?
Meatball. Come on. Do I look like a cuck?
Subway artist fits. Are they hot or not?
They are hot as hell. What do you mean?
Hell yeah. Should you toast cold cuts?
Yes, always.
Is marinara sauce a sauce?
Yes. It's
Okay, you
mama
find a
sauce.
hair. It's a what?
It's known as sauce, okay?
Her special sauce.
Absolutely.
You find a hair in your footlong. What do you do?
I take it back to the sandwich artist and say, I want a new one.
Wow. Assertive. Best cookie flavor.
Macadamia white chocolate, and that's all. I'll throw my heads out there. They know what I'm talking about.
Facts. Worst cookie flavor.
Probably the M&M one.
Facts. Is Subway making an art form? In quotations.
Yes, absolutely. I think dancing with your sandwich artist is an art form.
It is a dance. Do you think you can make a footlong better at home?
Never.
Me either, son. What is the most sexual sandwich order?
Ooh, I think the meatball marinara or the tuna because of the smell.
Good answer. Would you ever order a salad?
I would try it for the podcast.
Beautiful. Biggest fear at Subway?
Biggest fear is the sandwich artist cutting their finger off when they cut my sandwich in half, and then it's like they don't even notice because the adrenaline's pumping through their veins, and then I eat their finger.
Straight up, when I wrote that question, I thought the same thing. That's some Think Fresh podcast synergy. I'm like, damn, they're gonna cut off their finger, and I'm gonna eat it.
I always look real close at the cut.
Damn, watch that with both eyes. Would you rather eat one 12-inch sandwich or 12 1-inch sandwiches?
Ooh, I'll go with 12 1-inchers.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little flight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Tour de menu. What's the best spot inside a Subway location to be intimate with a woman?
Ooh, that's a good question. Our Subway has a fake fireplace. That's obviously a great spot. Another one is at the front door, so everyone can see.
Depends on if she's a 6 or a 10.
Yeah, if she's a 6 inch, 12 inch.
Hey, your favorite sauce?
Gotta go Southwest.
Hey, do you think the tuna is real?
It's real, baby. It is not
Hey,
nothing. Nothing makes me feel more alive.
it is what you want it to be.
Yep.
How likely are you to trust a sandwich artist with your life?
Not likely at all because I can't even trust him with my sandwich.
Fair point. Would you ever work for Subway?
Yes.
Me too. I would love the experience behind the counter.
Much like our coworker.
Yeah. Would you rate your typical Subway experience out of 5?
Typical Subway experience out of 5. Um, Honestly, it's like a 4 usually because I know what I like and I'm with my best pal Ty.
Thank you. I'm glad you only go there with me. This is a
hmm
thing we share.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be caught dead in there without you.
Are you pro flatbread or anti flatbread?
Anti flatbread, take it off the menu. I guess
Yeah,
they did.
hashtag take off my flatbread.
Exactly. Flatbread freestyle.
hmm Would you describe the cucumbers as crunchy or soggy?
Ooh, I think pretty crunchy. They're not
hmm
bad. I never get them, but I've seen you eat them. So
You don't get the cucumbers? How did I not know that?
I don't know. I never get them.
You get the tomato though.
It's like, oh yeah, one too many water-based veggies.
It's just a green tomato.
That's true.
Would you rather smell a footlong or eat a footlong?
Ooh, definitely eat.
Mm.
I can't
hmm
be teased like that.
Would you ever try the multi-grain bread?
I think I have, and it honestly is a sleeper.
Yeah, it's a thick boy.
Oh yeah, dense
Okay, jalapenos or banana peppers?
banana peppers every time.
Yeah. Okay, Subway for breakfast or Subway for dinner?
Oh, I say dinner. Nothing like
hmm
going for a long night swim and then hitting Subway.
Damn. I would go for breakfast because nothing like a piping hot egg salad sandwich to get me going in the day.
Wow, that does sound very good. But Subway just like puts me out. So doing that before bed, I think would be a strategic move.
Could call out like a light.
Yeah.
Double cheese or double meat?
Double meat.
hmm Give
Mhm.
me a Subway themed Halloween costume.
Um, the garbage bag that's on the floor that somebody didn't that somebody didn't pick up, which I never do. It's just sitting there. That's
Bro, if
our
I showed up
podcast
to the
art.
Halloween party dressed as trash, no one's gonna say like you look like a Subway.
And this was all Subway garbage inside,
That's true.
which might be accurate if you had their lunch.
It's a very hypebeast move to entirely dress in box logos.
Then you could even get the Michigan colorway Nike Dunks to match.
The chunky ones, the chunky donkeys.
Chunky Dunkies? No, it's like green and yellow. Literally Subway colored Nike Dunks.
Wow, that's
I
the
think it's
colors of
Michigan.
Michigan. Poor
I think it's
Michigan.
I think it's a Michigan team. Let me verify this.
Okay, we got
Mm,
live fact checking on Think Fresh podcast. We're just waiting to hear back from the fact checkers there.
oh, it's the Brazil colorway. Never mind. That makes way more
Mm,
sense.
that makes way more sense.
hmm Okay, next question.
Next question. Best footlong for the long dark winter months.
Um, Steak and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mayo or ranch?
mayo. What the fuck?
I get ranch. It's got a little bit more spunk. You put a step back, can't get spunk on the sub.
Wow, true. If I was making
Uh,
a falafel sandwich, then I could see that, which is what you
hmm
do.
That is what I do, or how used to do. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, falafel.
RIP the goat ingredient.
hmm Okay, is banana pepper a vegetable or a fruit?
Um, it's a fruit, right?
I don't know. I'm honestly, I've never thought about it.
Me neither. It like there's not much difference between it and like any other fruit. Like it grows on like a vine or like a little plant, and then like it's got seeds.
Well, how did the word banana get appended to that URL then?
Fuck, I don't know, dude. I'm not a fucking scientist.
Man.
All I know is tomatoes my favorite fruit.
He's a simple man. Okay,
Yeah.
next question. Can you actually taste the lettuce?
No, it's simply texture.
Mm, tell
It's
me.
like adding like like a little bit of chips in your sandwich.
Yeah, it's like a little crunch, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like the cucumber, a little bit of crunch.
It's just like dirt water.
That's disgusting. um, okay, best sandwich digestion technique.
Um, Eat as fast as possible and then lay down.
I love that. Going horizontal freezes all of your major organs, which prevents them from getting shell shocked by the sandwich. This is a brilliant mind we're talking to today, breadheads. Take note.
And you can only take something that's 12 inches long when you're fully relaxed. Am I right?
In missionary position.
Exactly. hmm
Best, oh, sorry, Black Forest ham or turkey breast?
I gotta go hammy.
Yeah, he's a hammy boy.
hmm
If the avocado was free, would you hit it?
Smash or pass the avocado. I'm gonna go pass. It's too mushy.
Too much. Don't want more mush on your sandwich.
No, that's enough mush. Unless it's a mush-based sandwich, then I'll get it. But if it's a regular, my usual, then I'm not hitting that up at all.
It's really hard to get the wet dry ratio right on a sandwich, and that's what
hmm
separates your amateur artists from your professional artists.
Yeah. I've never once hesitated when somebody said, "Oh, that'll be like an extra dollar. Is that okay?" I've never
Mm.
once been like, let me think about that. No, in fact, I get very mad.
hmm Because they're
You don't think I
implying
can
that
take that?
they're implying that you make judgments based on the price, not about
Yeah.
taste.
I don't even remember the last time I looked at a price tag.
Damn. Just clink tap all around the globe.
Exactly.
Okay, egg salad or seafood medley?
Mmm. I'll go egg salad.
Interesting. I probably would too. It's the safer decision.
hmm
What's the best post-meal vice?
Post-meal Vice is a nice long American Spirit cigarette.
hmm
Um, and a good old chat with your buddy, your eating
Mm,
buddy.
yeah, I figured you'd want to huck a dart afterwards.
Yeah,
Get the smell off your breath.
yeah. It eliminates the hand smell and allows your body to relax after taking down that many inches.
hmm Yeah, it's a nice transition into missionary position. Take notes, breadheads.
Exactly.
Okay, so next question. Does this quiz make you hungry?
Yes.
It's a bit of a cop out of a question. Is the pizza sub more of a sandwich or more of a pizza?
Definitely more of a sandwich. Because all it is just like pepperoni and cheese. That's like it.
It's more branding than anything.
That's true. Marketing.
Would you rather eat your sandwich triple toasted or not toasted at all?
Ooh, I would almost prefer triple toasted than
Mm-hmm.
regular toasted. Sounds like you got
Mm-hmm.
some good crunch.
If
I
you
can hear
triple
it.
toasted it, you start opening up doors for avocado to re-enter the picture.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Might need to wetten it up a bit more.
hmm Wet the dries, dry the wets.
Yep.
What's the best sandwich order to impress a girl, Eric?
Definitely a chicken bacon ranch.
Yeah, definitely. Signature menu. Do you think the veggie delight is delightful?
Absolutely not. I think it removes the fun out of Subway.
uh, that's a toasted take.
It's a toasted take, but it's accurate. You're only really able to experiment with the meats.
You're only as good as your meat selection.
That's true.
You're
Or
nothing with the veggie sub.
yeah, or your alt meat.
hmm Do you think you personally would be a good sandwich artist?
Absolutely. I'm a good listener. I try hard. I have a good smile. You know, I'm able to like really carefully put things on another surface. I think I could kill it.
You're also a bit handsy.
That's true. I like to use my hands. Um, I got big hands, so you know I can just grab the sandwich and slap it right down on the table and cut it in half.
I wonder if in the interview they're like eyeing your hands the whole time. Like you're talking about like your like high school diploma and they're looking down at those big honkers, those 12 or
Hmm.
10 sausages thinking like, yeah, that guy can fold a sandwich like no tomorrow.
Absolutely. You know, I might be a little bit too tall. That's right, breadheads. I'm 6'9". Um, so my back might hurt at the Subway counter, and
Hmm.
the sneeze guard, it won't even block my face from yours. So there's could be a
Hmm.
potential COVID transmission.
But that might also foster a more personal connection with your artist, which could help you send the ranks of the franchise pyramid scheme.
That is absolutely true.
Oh
I'll
man,
take the job. I
they're gonna
accept
have to
your
order you
offer.
some XL gloves just for you to get to work behind the counter. The XL
Hmm.
Trojans.
That's right. That's right. I am willing to get sleeve tattoos, just letting you know.
Wow, that's your commitment to the craft.
Yeah,
Chef Eric
absolutely.
checking in.
Hmm.
Okay,
Next
back
question.
to the quiz. Yeah, do rich people eat at Subway?
Always. Only rich people eat at Subway. People who are rich in their heart.
Yeah, rich on the inside. Crispy chicken or oven roasted chicken?
Crispy chicken.
Who is more creative at Subway, you or me?
Ooh, I think you.
Thank you. Do you think the breadheads make good sandwiches?
I think the breadheads make the best sandwiches out of anyone who listens to podcasts.
I agree. They have the most education and I imagine a palate for something new.
Hmm. They're listening to this podcast, which means that they have a curious mind and a sense of humor and aren't afraid to go there at Subway.
Hmm.
So I think they absolutely make great sandwiches.
Subway is for the fearless, after all.
Hmm. Shout out the breadies.
Okay, so which is better, Eric? The Italian herbs or the Italian cheese?
Mm. I think the herbs are better because you can see them, and the cheese is just like crusted on, and it just loses its flavor once it's been
I
baked into the
agree.
bread.
Yeah, I can't even pick up the taste of that cheese. Like it's just scraping against the top of my mouth.
Exactly.
Does nothing beyond that. It's not even a texture play. What is the cleanest part of a Subway's interior?
Hmm. The Subway interior is clean only. That's a great question. I'm not sure any of it is clean, Ty.
Hmm. Let me help you out here. I'm gonna say the ceiling.
Wow, true. Probably the
So
fake
the
brick wall.
fake brick wall. Yeah, I thought maybe this question would open up some new areas to be intimate, but neither of those seem sufficient.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe the inside of the toaster.
Yeah, because it's so hot in there, nothing can survive.
Exactly.
No
Next
germs.
question. No molds in there.
I might have accidentally hinted my own confirmation bias on this one, but is the franchise model a pyramid scheme?
A pyramid scheme? No. I think it is, a great opportunity for immigrants to this country. You know, they can start their own business, um, and make some money.
Mm-hmm. Started from the bottom, now you're here. Would you rather add Doritos or Lay's chips to your footlong?
Ooh, I think Doritos,
Which flavor?
sweet chili heat.
Hey, that's a. I feel like if you did that, you'd have to sub out some of the heated shit. Like get rid of your hot sauce you're so wet, or ditch the banana peppers. Just to
Hmm.
control the temperature of that sandwich.
Imagine this, a meatball marinara with nothing else but Doritos.
Honestly, that sounds delightful.
Thank you.
It sounds like a baked pasta. You ever get a baked pasta?
All the time. Alla
A
forno.
alla forno. All right, which is the lesser of two evils, the wrap or the panini?
Ooh. Ah, lesser of two evils. I think the wrap is better
Mm-hmm.
because the panini is just like a more expensive sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want
Hmm.
that. I want a different thing, you know?
Yeah, the only reason the panini thinks it's all hot shit is because it's European.
Yeah, exactly. Because his name ends with an a Y or an I.
Hmm. What's the most overrated sandwich?
Probably Veggie Delight
Cool.
or the
Uh,
ham.
does the tuna sub gross you out?
No, I ain't no bitch.
Are you embarrassed by this podcast?
No.
Wow, he's so proud.
Absolutely. I would never in my life tell anyone that I'm not um in love with. But yeah, I'm not embarrassed by it. I live and
Good
breathe by
on
the
you.
way.
Hmm. Eat fresh, live fresh. If you toast the oven roasted chicken, does that mean it's double toasted?
Mm, yes.
I agree. Is Subway a good place to meet girls?
No, there's only guys there.
Hmm.
You have to
Do
bring
you
one with you. It's bring your own girl.
BYOG?
Yeah, exactly.
Do everyone else a favor and bring your own girl.
Yeah, it's still BYOB, Ty.
Hey, uh, do you think sandwich artists pack a lunch on their shift?
Oh, this is a great question. We need to ask our coworker, who turned out to work at Subway, but I don't think so. I think they just sneak a mighty melt.
Hmm. Just a cheeky 2 inch. If there are any breadheads
Just
listening,
fuck.
write us in and let us know. What are you eating for lunch?
That's a great question. I want to know what a sandwich artist eats for lunch.
Hmm. Okay, next question, Eric. We're on the home stretch
Hmm.
now. Would you
Let's
feed
go.
Subway to your dog?
No, she's on a strict vegetarian, no fat diet. So no.
She's a veggie non-delightful.
Yeah, she's a veggie dog.
She's a dog. Hey, that's good. This guy's got bars today. Okay, tomatoes or cucumbers? We know the answer.
Tomatoes, baby.
Yeah. Do you consider soda to be a sauce on the side?
No, I think it is a wine pairing.
Cool. The house white.
The house
Is Subway
black.
healthy?
Um, it's healthy for the mind and the soul, but not the stomach.
Hmm. Very wise. What's your favorite stage in the sandwich building process?
The sauces.
What does BMT stand for?
Isn't it like big meat tie?
That's what I think it stands for. Yeah. Um, is your mouth really the best place to put a footlong?
Yes, it is, absolutely.
Would you ever order your sandwich Fogel style?
So kid sized
Kid size.
or with a cookie?
Take it whatever way you want.
Absolutely not. I think cookies are for kids.
Hmm. This guy sticks to the chip selection.
Earlier I said cookie though.
True. Last question. Would your mom approve of this podcast?
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. Congratulations, Eric. You survived 73 questions on Things Fresh
Wow.
podcast. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel hungry. I'm
Mhm.
like thinking about what I'm gonna order after my workout today. I think probably double meat, maybe double chicken, you know what I mean? So does double meat chicken toasted? Is that triple toasted?
Like a double oven roasted,
Double
oven
oven
roasted
roasted.
chicken, then get it toasted as well. You're
Yeah.
getting roasted and toasted, baby.
Roast and toast me, baby. I love this.
Gee, that's
Um,
a that's a real good winter warmer. To go back to that question.
hmm I love it. Um, Ty, I have just one question for you related to Subway and this podcast.
All right, hit me.
Did you Were you solicited by a fan of this podcast last night?
uh, the way you say that, it sounds like I'm doing this like Louis C.K. shit and taking advantage of our breadhead friends.
That's true.
But yeah,
You
I had synced up for a quick brand activation with one of our many breadheads, a close personal friend. we wined and dined and discussed how we could link and build the future of Think Fresh podcast.
Mm,
It's hard to be around the fans. They squeal. They try to touch you.
mm-hmm.
They expect you to pay the tab, but uh, it went okay. I got out of it alive.
That's nice. So you didn't force them to watch you jack off.
No.
Instead, they tried to fuck or what?
Are we doing this? Nah. fortunately, fortunately enough, I've had no fans come on to me like that, Eric.
Mm,
Although I think they would like to steal some of my sandwich making ideas.
mm,
Because I got nothing but good ideas for when you're on the line and you're trying to whip together a tasty lunch.
Sounds like you haven't checked our Instagram DMs in a long time.
That's true. I stay out of there. That there's a lot of thirsty people in there, and they're not
That's
looking
true.
for the Michael Bublé bevy.
They're thirsty and hungry.
Hmm.
Um, okay, cool. That's nice of you to share. What else we got on the list today? We're giving the Breadheads a full 12-inch episode today. I think you know, they earned it. They deserve it.
Hmm.
We are nothing without our Breadheads. Do you want to
Hmm.
quickly talk about Thanksgiving?
Yeah, that's right. Um, so Thanksgiving, as we call it at the pod.
Hmm
Uh, how did you dine this
Mm.
honorary occasion?
Well, for the first time in my life, Ty, I gotta say I had two back-to-back Thanksgiving dinners.
Double
Um,
meat.
Double meat, you know what I mean? This is the very first time I had to go to the in-laws' house, in
Hmm.
addition to my own.
Right now
It
that
was
you're
fun.
booed up.
Now that I got an LP, we had to, hit up turkey together. So yeah, I don't know, it was good times. It ended up being a competition in my head of like who's better, my mom or her mom.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, yeah, my mom always wins, you know what it is.
Yeah,
But
you only
it was a
love your
good
bed
time.
and your mom.
Exactly. And I did hit the bed after that turkey because that was a lot.
Yeah,
But
you went missionary.
mhm. Exactly. Are you the type, Ty, to have double sauce at turkey dinner? Are you having cranberry sauce and gravy?
Yeah, yeah, I am, dude. You've seen my sandwich order. I'm saucing this shit up like you wouldn't believe. It looks like freaking Great Lakes over there and on my plate, like the
Exactly.
Mediterranean Sea.
That's true.
It's soupy.
So,
This year for Thanksgiving, I
mhm.
I always get excited because like as food influencers, this is the really the only like food themed holiday.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I crashed a Thanksgiving dinner at some of the in law houses, and I don't feast on the bird, so I
Hmm
instead dabbled with the sides, extra helping of the yams. I don't know much about the fam, y'all, but I just showed up for the yams, y'all. And of course, I did make
What's the
sure that
yams?
I made sure that the drips on my plate were even stronger than the drips on my chest.
Oh wow, I love it. Big rocks on his chain, but even bigger Brussels sprouts on his plate.
That's right. Yeah, the ice on my wrist was nothing like the ice cube in my Negroni.
Absolutely. Or the ice cream scoop on your pumpkin slice.
I did do dessert. Yeah,
I
that's
love it.
one cool thing about Thanksgiving is that it's a multi-course affair, and you don't really get that in North American cuisine very often, unless you snipe a cookie at Subway.
That's true. And I'm guessing you start off with some charcuterie
Hmm.
at the beginning, got your cheese and crackers on before you hit the yams.
You know it. I get my grain and dairy dose. Thanksgiving is not unlike the order in which you consume food at Subway. You start with the grain, you move into the dairy, then here comes the feast of the meat, and you top it up with sides and sauces, the veg, the gravy,
Hmm
bon appetit.
That's right. So what takes less effort? Ordering a sandwich at Subway or going to the communal buffet style dinner table at the in-laws house where it's arranged in the same order?
I think it's easier to order at Subway because it's very difficult to compile a plate at the in-laws. You don't really understand. It's an annual affair, right? So you're not up to speed on portion size. It's hard to know like what the right balance of things is. You end
Mm-hmm.
up creating this mountain of globs of mush that you have to somehow then like pull apart into discrete entities to put in your mouth. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very I would rather hire a turkey artist to come into my home and portion those plates for me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Um, yeah, whenever I, have to decorate my plate myself, um, I say it the same. I want it the same way at Subway, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I want it the same way.
Same way. Uh, we layer the biscuit, then you bring in the turkey. It is
Absolutely.
really interesting. There's obviously overlap here because what does everybody eat the next day? The after your walk of shame from the turkey dinner table to the couch, you fall asleep watching Squid Game. You wake up the
Mhm.
next morning, tummy's a grumbly. You're making yourself a turkey sandwich.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. That is true.
So
Um, wow. So
they're
is
very
Subway just
symbolically linked.
that is true. Is Subway appropriating leftover culture?
Yeah, I guess so. Because really, if you think about it this way, Eric, if you think about it this way, every single sandwich at Subway is made from the leftovers of the sandwich before it.
Oh my God, dude. That is really, really true and shocking.
It is a little bit shocking. Like, how many people have ran a train on that bin of lettuce before you got there?
Wow, that is true. And not only that, but it's been fisted.
It's been fisted, yeah. They're not
Yeah.
even changing their gloves between servicing.
Wow. Same condom. That's
It's
nasty,
just
Ty.
disgusting.
Just the worst.
But this is the future that late stage capitalism creates.
Mm-hmm.
It's the economy of scale. You don't get your own personal lettuce bin. This isn't airplane food. This is for the masses.
Is it airplane food? What?
Well, why I say that is airplane food is always individually wrapped. A fresh bucket for each bin or for each plate.
That is true. I've never worked inside of a restaurant, but I can't imagine that there are just bins of ingredients that people are reaching into and, arranging on a plate. That seems like a unique thing to Subway and Chipotle.
hmm I mean, I've never worked in the restaurant industry. I like to believe that everything was cooked to order. I know that's absolutely not the truth. I know the secret to a successful restaurant is prep, 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 and that means pre-slicing some tomatoes. But
Mm-hmm.
I like to imagine that it was prepared fresh on the spot
Mm-hmm.
for me. I asked for
Mm-hmm.
some bread and they rolled the grain and baked the bread live before it was served to me at the table with some dipping oil.
Yeah. You know what the most stark reminder of that is when you go for sushi and you get the sashimi and it's like ice cold, like they took it out of the fridge like 3 seconds ago.
Oh yeah, and then they charge you $7 for like one little piece, and you're like, this just came from the fridge.
Yeah, it was literally in the fridge, already cut, and it's like hurting my teeth how cold it is.
They forget to take the saran wrap off it before they serve it to you.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't ask
Mm.
for this to go. Yeah. Well, Ty, I'm really happy to hear that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving at the in-laws, and I'm glad that you managed to have a nice full meal sans turkey. Did you just go sides, or did they prep something for you uniquely?
I was all sides all day.
He's a side bay.
I'm a side. I was gonna say that as well. I set you up,
Yeah, I was only a
but
main bay at my dinner. I went really hard on the turkey and the ham, and I didn't get that much sides because I needed room to eat the meat.
I get that. You're a keto man.
That's true. Hit ketosis mid dinner too. It was scary.
Yeah, I bet. Eyes rolled back.
Hmm.
Got to lay this guy down and get him a dart.
Yeah, put me in missionary already.
Yeah, LP knows how to handle it. It's like,
Yeah,
step aside, everybody. I'll
yeah,
look after him.
yeah.
I know what
Everyone
he
move.
needs.
Yeah, everyone back up. Somebody get me an American Spirit quick
I
and a
like to
Coors
imagine
Light.
there's a world where you eat too much at family dinner, and I get a call from your bae in the middle of the night. Ty, Eric ate too much. I think he's sick. What do I do?
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm here.
And,
I know this. I know the moves.
hmm. And you just
Stay
say, just
calm.
put a urban cheese bread under his nose, and that'll wake him up.
Yeah, that wafting aroma would startle anybody.
Absolutely, perk my ears up.
Yeah, it's not the only thing it would perk up. Am I right?
That's true.
Yeah, because he likes his sandwich Vogel style.
My
On
acid
that note,
reflux.
Eric, I think we need to call this episode. Uh, go make ourselves a tasty meal. I'm hungry. I don't know about you.
Hmm. Absolutely. We have to convict this episode and send it to Anchor Jail because we've been found guilty of hungry.
Mm-hmm.
2 counts.
Yeah, there's too much evidence against it. It pleads guilty.
Absolutely. We're taking the plea deal and we are going to be eating 2 footlongs right now.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay,
uh,
Kai.
it's, it's the way it goes. The way.
Absolutely. Okay, bud. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday.
You too, big fella. And thanks for listening, breadheads. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or wherever. Uh,
Hmm.
think fresh, everybody.
Yeah, eat safe.
Eat safe.